Target audience.
Use the pen, please.
For my target audience, I've chosen 16 to 25-year-old male and female, and it is targeted at a mainstream audience. The reason why I've chosen 16 to 25-year-olds is because metal is a genre which contains a lot of mature lyrics and not for little teenagers and whatnot. Most of the metal magazines on the market at the minute only target males, so I wanted to counter that and go for male and female, and metal targets a mass audience. This is reader profile of what readers of this type of genre would be into. So you've got stuff like band shoes, Monster Energy drinks, HMV, the CD store, Xbox, Tumblr, Twitter. Subgenre. The music taste which my magazine would appeal to would be stuff like metal, rock, punk. Brief history of metal. Metal is a subgenre of rock music. It originates from the UK and later reached the US. Its roots come back from blues rock and other types of rock. The genre is known highly for its amplified distortion and extended guitar solos. The first well-known metal bands were stuff like Led Zeppelin, Deep Purple and Black Sabbath. Fans of the genre are known as metalheads, and Iron Maiden was the first well-known British band. Possible magazine titles. I've got some examples of ones which I took as inspiration. Mosh pit is obviously a massive stereotype of the genre of metal. Obviously when people go to gigs you imagine mosh pits and people getting hurt and punched in the face, and I've got a picture of a mosh pit here. Breakdown, it's also something else which is associated with metal, as it's part of a song, and it's usually at a gig when breakdown breaks out, that's when the pits start and stuff like that. And then I've got Annihilation, which like connotes the genre, shows aggression and stuff like that. Ideas for main cover image. I use these two magazines as inspiration for the shot types I'd like to use. Here you've got like just a medium shot, and here you've got a medium close-up. I could use the medium close-up to represent like the faces of the band, whereas I could use just the medium shot to show the whole of the band. Model. I'd like to use a band called Without Perception as my model, and here's a picture of him at one of the gigs. For my cover lines, I'd like to I use these for as inspiration. I'd like to list the band's name and have something written underneath it like Britain's newest metal band takes over the world. These are the examples I thought of inspiration. Ideas for main article. I took these two examples as inspiration, obviously with the dramatic title, an image taking up an entire page, and also the full quotation. I just really like the design of these two, and it's something I'd like to incorporate in my magazine.
Is it going to be a review, an interview?
I like it to be an interview. Ideas for other content. I thought of including stuff like reviews, interviews, and an editorial. Posters, a win section, previews, a Q&A, and possibly stuff like what new band merch is out and exclusive. I've got some examples from other magazines, like somebody from a rock band giving advice in like a Q&A, free poster and a CD, and something that you can win. House style. These are just, I'd like to use contrasting colours because I think it would attract the reader's attention. Like, if they were to go into a shop and they see the contrasting colours, they'd want to look at it. These are some font examples, and obviously some colours which I could use. And here's showing a wide variety of colours I could use on a particular font. Adverts and opportunities for synergy. Adverts, I could have stuff like tour dates, album adverts, subscription offers, meet bands, win merchandise, instrument equipment, music software and headphones. I have 2 examples of adverts like a tour, poster and a chance to subscribe. And opportunities for synergy, I could have stuff like radio station advertisement, a website link, a TV channel advert, music award ceremony and tours. I've got stuff like the Rock Sound Exposure Tour, the Golden Gods Awards and Kerrang Radio. And that's it.
Well done, Liam. A very well researched presentation. It was believable. I appreciated that he'd done the amount of research to make a magazine that sounds really realistic, doesn't it? It sounds like it's encompassing Kerrang, Big Cheese, Rock Sound, all the magazines that he's been looking at. So it's very good, very clear who your target audience is. And you know what? I like the fact that you want to challenge convention. Why not target the girls? Why not get the girls involved? So I like the fact that he was able to tell me, stereotypically it's for men, but you know what? I want to challenge that, and I want to target a female audience. Good history about your genre as well. You've got some good names. I don't know which one I like the best.
Mosh pit.
Mosh pit's quite good, isn't it? It kind of gets to the point with that one. But yeah, you've got really good, strong names. So guys, help him give him feedback on that. I can see from the questionnaire you've incorporated that. Reviews, interviews, that's good. Only thing I would say in terms of something to work on, you say you want it to be an interview, but what's the interview going to be about? A new album? Has something been revealed in the band? You know, what is the focus of the interview going to be? You said you want to use contrasting colours.
Yeah.
Brilliant. But what colours? What are your three house style colours that you are going to use, okay? And also, and this is a reminder for something we could all talk about, I want you to tell me how much it's going to cost.
Right.
Okay, now Kerrang's about $2.20.
Yeah.
Rock Sound, how much is that one?
About 5, but that's a monthly magazine.
That's a monthly magazine. So not only price, how often is your magazine going to be out? Is it going to be more competing with Kerrang? So more weekly, maybe you want to make it down to $150 maybe, or $180 to obviously cover costs. But what's the frequency? Is it weekly, bi-weekly, monthly? Now based on your genre, you could probably do a weekly magazine.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's enough in it to talk about. Other than that, brilliant, well done.